I just put a titanium exhaust on my car, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So, titanium exhaust, it's exciting. It's an exotic, ultra lightweight metal. It's what they use on real race cars. You might be thinking that you want to get a titanium exhaust, that a titanium exhaust would be exciting and awesome for your car. Well, there are a series of easy questions that you can ask yourself to sort of identify whether or not a titanium exhaust is a good idea for you. First question, do you want your car to be faster? If the answer is yes, then titanium exhaust might be right for you. The next question you should ask yourself, though, is, are you willing to always wear earplugs when you drive your car? Also, if you put your kids in the car, do you think your kids will be okay with always wearing ear protectors riding in it? Because trust me, you're going to want them. You're going to need them. I drove this car down to Rhode Island yesterday to get it re-dyno tuned, and it was like 6.5 hour round trip from Maine, and I had to take the interior out to fit a bunch of car parts in the back, and I don't know if you can pick up with the sound because this is just a GoPro, but you know, when you take the interior out of a car like this, then it's just a big old metal box, or little metal box in this case. So I actually wore noise canceling headphones the entire drive down there and back, and they were amazing. Those things were great. They saved me, but even with those, I had a headache after it because this car is so insanely loud now. Alright, I'll try to drive real quietly so that you can hear the words coming out of my mouth. I'll tell you a little bit about my car just so you have an idea of, you know, every different car, every different setup, you know, changing one part, it's going to react differently. So this is a Bug-Eye WRX. It has a built EJ257 from IAG in it, IAG bottom end, Blauch Dom 1.5 XTR, ceramic ball bearing turbo, mechanically, motor, transmission, whole suspension, drivetrain, all of that. The only original part of the car left is the steering rack. Everything else is changed, aftermarket stuff. So, tuned by Matt Miner, tuned to make 20 PSI. I forget when I got it tuned. 2 years ago? So it was making like 19 PSI, and I had an open 3-inch stainless steel exhaust on it. No name company. I bought it off of Craigslist. The cats had all been cleaned out. The previous owner, someone had smashed all the material out of the cats in it. I actually welded a high flow cat back into it because I wanted to have, you know, but I would theorize that maybe those going from like 3-inch stainless steel to whatever, like 4-inch diameter or something, whatever, where the cats were, that those like essentially expansion chambers, that probably did restrict flow, the flow of the exhaust having to expand and contract and stuff like that, that may have negatively impacted the flow of it. So I went from that to a recently put an Invidia titanium exhaust on here because that's what my tuner recommended. He said that oh good, don't want you to be looking at the sun. He recommended Invidia as probably the best option, so that's what I went with, and no tuning, just putting the exhaust on. And at the same time I did put a Tomei turbo inlet on the car, so it does have a larger, higher performance performance turbo inlet on the car. But no tuning. It went from, I was seeing like 18 and change, 19 PSI of max boost. It went to making 21 PSI. And it feels more responsive. It builds boost more quickly. So the titanium Invidia exhaust, even though it was replacing a 3-inch open exhaust on there, it improved the flow by at least like 12%, which is huge. You know, a couple PSI on a car like this is meaningful, and the added response is really awesome. So it made a big difference power-wise, and now I've got to go get it retuned, and I'm sure that will have a bigger impact on the car. Realized I really should add, talking about the increased approximately 12% flow that the exhaust is making now. That is not because it's made from titanium. Titanium does not flow any better than stainless steel. That is strictly down to the design of the exhaust. That's strictly down to the design. So that's really just because apparently Invidia makes awesome exhausts. I may eventually weld another resonator into the exhaust up here, because right now it's got a cat on it, so it's got a 3-inch downpipe, catted downpipe, and then it's just open 3-inch Invidia titanium exhaust back with that little resonator on the back. I am probably going to try and get another resonator, a titanium resonator, welded into the center of the exhaust to quiet it down a little bit. But personally, I am okay with wearing earplugs when I drive the car. And the weight reduction and the improved flow are worth it for me. So if you ran through those questions and you ended up at that place, then titanium exhaust may make sense for you. Maybe the way to go.